Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of my beautiful and delicious little subscribers out there. How I love you all so, and I hope that you're all super duper well wherever you are in the world, my little beautifuls, and that life is treating you oh so marvellously wherever you are in the world. Now then, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to any of my wonderful passers-by, okay, who happens to stumble across me, okay. And I also hope that you're super duper well wherever you are in the world, my little angels, okay? And that life is treating you oh so deliciously. So what do? 3, 2, 1, beam me up. Okay then, so what I have to say today, okay? And if you do happen to enjoy my videos, okay, and you do get some information from them, then, and you have not yet subscribed, then if you could please subscribe. And thank you, okay? If you do happen to enjoy my video, could you please click on a like, okay? And thank you. And also, if you'd like to leave a comment, please feel free, because I always welcome the comments. And if you could, if you do happen to like, if you could also share my video as well today, okay? Now, please and thank you. Now then, my weather in my neck of the woods in the old UK, well, the wind is picking up, okay, so it's not deliciously warm. I do happen to have my heating on today, everybody, okay, so it's just a case of, well, and it's very cloudy, okay, but you see, this has been like this for years, everybody, in my neck of the woods in the old UK, do you know what I mean? I mean, there's no change ever. Do you see what I'm saying to you? You know, I mean, occasionally, we'll get a bit of the old flipping, what's it called? The old flipping heat, where they call it a heat wave, when really what we know is it's zuzum. Do you see what I'm saying to you, everybody? So we just don't take any notice, okay? Now then, so, well, I mean, I've got to be honest, I do take flipping notice, but anyway, everybody knows me by now, my delicious little babies who are so very kind to even listen to my videos and to even follow me. So, once again, thank you, and how I love you all so. You're so super delicious. So, just a couple of things before I begin, okay? So, where do I begin? Okay, so the first one is Maxigan. Okay, so this is some bits of information just to give to you, okay, my delicious babies. For some of you out there, who, if you do not happen to research, because not everybody researches, I have said this before, do you understand what I mean? For one reason or another, do you see what I'm saying to you? So, it's like that. So if we can help you along, then we will, for a lot of us out here, then we shall do our best, okay? So you've got Maxigan. Now, this dear gentleman, God bless him, okay? Because he's a little sweetie pie, not in that way, everybody, okay? But he's on BitChute, okay? And what you're looking for is government is not your friend, okay? They are your enemy, okay? And it will be easy to find. You just type in BitChute, whatever your search engine is, please, and thank you, my delicious little babies out there. And then, you can click where you get to like a list, and you just click on, what's it called? Well, I'll just click on news and politics. Do you understand what I mean? And you carry on going down, and then you will see, okay? But somebody else has uploaded the video, and guess what I've done? I flipping forgot to write it down. I'm deadly, like that. But what it is, I mean, sometimes I remember and sometimes I do not, okay? So, yes, if you could please take a look at that, everybody. So I'll repeat it once again. Maxigan, government is not your friend, they are your enemy. And he's on BitChute, okay? So it's BitChute. Okay, and thank you. Now, the final one, which I am going to say, he's called, sorry, Brian of the New Atlas, okay, and he's on YouTube. So I'll repeat that once again, everybody. Brian of the new Atlas, okay, and he's on YouTube, okay. So of course he's also super duper, okay, not in that way, everybody, okay. So so now then I can tick these things off, okay. Well, me one, and I've just got to add on, which I'll do that now actually while I'm because you know what, I flipping forget otherwise. New Atlas. Right, okay. This gentleman's on YouTube. Okay, so that's that then. So now I can close my book, My Delicious Babies. I'm very sorry about that. You know, this is what I'm like, isn't it, everybody? Now then. So, yeah, so I was listening to Maxigan today, everybody, okay? And, well, I mean, you see, the thing is, I've known many things, which I have, for many years, okay, everybody. So I just want to have just this small discussion because I was supposed to be doing my quick read yesterday, but there was something else something else happened, so I was not able to do that, so I shall do it today, okay, done today. So I'm awfully sorry about that, everybody, okay. Now then, so what I'm going to say to you is this. So I've been following things for, you know, a very long time, okay, yes, whether that's reading up on a lot of things, which, like I say, my search engine is DuckDuckGo, do you understand what I mean? But for others of you out there, for some of you, my delicious little babies, you may have a different search engine, okay? So it's whatever you choose to do you see what I mean? But it's just like with certain search engines, you know, you just have to dig that little bit deeper. Do you see what I mean? So, so anyway, let me get back to the matter in hand now. So, yeah, so whether I watch videos or whether, you know, I do research by reading, okay? The fact of the matter is I've done it for a long time, yes, okay? So when I was listening to Maxigan, I mean, he's a lovely gentleman, God bless him, do you know what I mean? And he's the same as our beautiful David Icke, you know, not in that way, everybody, okay? No, okay? But so I do not mean that disrespectfully to our wonderful and delicious David Icke, okay? So I do not mean it that way, okay? But what I'm saying to you is, but you see, the thing is, I mean, you have got more who have woken up to this now. Okay, you know, they really, really have, you know. And yes, and what it is that, you see, what I've found, right, and I've even tried to talk to others over the years. I mean, please do not get me wrong. I mean, I do have some of my wonderful and delicious little friends, just a couple of my wonderful and delicious little friends, okay, because they're all my wonderful and delicious little friends. But there's only a couple who we all have an understanding on these, you know, particular topics and subjects. Do you see what I'm saying? Now, for my other beautiful and delicious little friends, okay, well, they're not quite the same. Do you see what I'm saying to you? They're really, really not, you know. So, you know, and what I feel it is, everybody, okay, now I do my best as well, which I do, to keep my wonderful and delicious little daughters. Well, I love them all, so, okay, my beautiful and delicious little daughters and my beautiful and delicious little friends, I love them also, okay? But I try my best to keep especially my eldest daughter, up to date with things. Do you see what I mean? Just so, you know, with her old noddle. Do you see what I mean? Like, you know, sort of not to fall for things. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? So that is what I do, okay? Now, I feel for others out there, and this is what I found, and I found it especially in the past it was 2.5 years, wasn't it, yes? Where I actually feel as though it's like there's a lot of fear. So let me try and explain this in a different way. So when one has been used, shall we say, to say listening to the box in the corner of the room, please excuse me. Okay, I just need to sip of my coffee, please, and thank you. Not long made it. It's all juicy and delicious. Now, So what happens is when they're used to, listening to certain things on the old box in the corner of the room, yes, then, I mean, really, God bless them. And we have to say this, everybody, okay? But God bless them. But really, they know no different. Do you know what I mean? You've got some out there where they do not even, have these type of phones. You've got others who do not have computers. You've got others where, they're working all the time. So, I mean, so the point is, I mean, when you listen to Maxigum, for those of you out there, please, 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 and thank you, please take the time to listen to this, dear gentleman. As I say about all of our wonderful and delicious gentlemen, who I advertise. Okay, I do this for a reason, everybody. Do you see what I mean? Yes? Please and thank you. But what it is, you see, I feel it's fear. So what happens is, it's like they do not want to listen to anything that I have had to say. And I'm sure that for some of you delicious little babies out there, that you've had that same happen to yourselves. I'm not going to say all of you, but for some of you, do you see what I mean? Because they're so fearful. You see, they just do not want to hear it, and if they're working all the time, so they do not have the time to research, because that does happen as well. I mean, it's happened for how many years? Do you see what I mean? So, and they become all fearful. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Like, it took me quite a while, to talk, which it has, to talk, there we go, to talk others round, Do you see what I mean? To explain. Do you see? Because it's so much information for one to take in. See, yes. Do you see what I'm saying? And to a lot of them, God bless them, it can come across as rather frightening and rather scary. So rather than listen, what the other alternative for them to do was just to not listen at all and just carry on with their lives. Do you see what I'm saying to you, everybody? Yes? But, I mean, I keep saying this, honestly, and I say it till I'm blue in the face, we are in a very serious situation. Like I say, it is important to try and have a laugh, whether it's with your delicious little friends, delicious little family members. Do you know what I mean? Because we have to laugh at times, not about the situation that's going on in the world, everybody, but we have to find some sort of laughter, okay? Because if we do not, and I've seen it, honestly, I've seen it, it then goes into a depression. Do you see what I'm saying to you, everybody? Yes, because you see, you've got ones out there, God bless them. God bless them. We have to all bless them because, and please and thank you, find it in your heart, because I know that you've all got beautiful hearts. Do you see what I mean? But what it is that what they do is they're either walking with their head down to the ground. Do you understand what I mean? Or they're looking in another direction, or they're in another world. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Because they simply just do not know what to do with themselves. Do you see what I'm saying to you, everybody? Yes? Are you all following me, please, my delicious little babies? So those of you out there so kind enough to listen to me. Do you see? So, how I've worked to do this is I have had to do it in stages. Do you see what I mean? So I'll say something, then I'll go away, which I do. I'll go away, yes. And then at another time I just, come back again. So if I see them again, I'll say something again. Do you see what I mean? Because you see, the information that I give to those out there, and I'm sure that there's a lot of you out there, my delicious little babies, who are also doing the same, okay, who are following what I'm saying to you because you've been trying to explain to others as well. You see, they just cannot, it will not register all in one go. Do you see what I mean? And because what's going on in the world now, I mean, it's moving exceptionally fast. There we go. Isn't it, everybody? But I have something to say here, and I do not want to feel as if, you're all bored with what I'm saying to you. But when I look at above, and I do not mean heaven, by the way, everybody, okay? It just comes to something in life when, those who are running the world, running things, yes, have so much hate. I mean, if we really break this down, what has gone on, there we go, before I even say it, what has gone on so badly, okay, which I do know, yes, right? But we have to break all of this down. What has gone on so badly for those to feel the need to inflict all of this onto all of us? I mean, because to me, there we go, before I even say it, it's pure hate. Do you know what I mean? There we go, they just seem to despise us. But as I said before, and I'll say it again, usually when it's like, okay, let's just give another example. Let me just make this simpler, yes, because I can always simplify things, yes. It's like at school, yes, somebody could have a bully at school, right? So this bully decides to, waltz in, yes, throw the weight around, yes, okay, upset the apple cart and upset anybody who they come into contact with. Do you know what I mean? This has gone on for decades anyway, right? I'm just using it as an example, yes? But what one will find is that with a bully, okay, something, there we go, before I even say it, something has gone on in their life for them to become that bully, see? Do you see what I mean? So it's a pain, yes, in their heart and in their mind that they have not been able to release. Can you see what I'm saying, everybody? And that's what I feel it is now. And of course, when you see so many of us who are, which we are, we're so loving, we're so kind, the majority of us will do anything for anybody, yes. Do you see what I mean? We just want to live in peace, love and harmony, because the truth be known from our hearts, that is true, is it not? Yes, it is. But because they cannot be that way, everybody, and I stand by what I say, everybody, yes, I do. This is why they're doing what they're doing. Honestly. Because they've got no other way. You see, they see it as like control. They see it as, do you see what I mean? Like, that's the only way that they can, so maybe from when they were born, to little toddlers, to little, you know what I mean? Little bairns, and then to adolescents, maybe they could not, control things in their lives. Do you see what I mean? But then as they got older, it's like they wanted to grab onto that control, yes? Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? But it's a very, very sorry and very sad indeed state of events when somebody has to feel that way. Yes. Really sad. I mean, what they could all do with doing, really, everybody, is going to an there we go, before I even say it, going to an excellent healer and try to address what, how they're feeling and what has been going, there we go, it's gone brighter, and what has gone on in their lives so that they can discuss it and then release it, do you know what I mean? Or at least have it lifted out of them. Now, we get on to the putrid, politicians, because everything's putrid, isn't it, really? Do you see what I mean? Now, if you would look at it, see, they're in a web. Everybody, they are in, there we go, a web. See how bright it's gone, everybody? They are in a web. Do you see what I'm saying to you? So this web Okay, it just goes zoom, 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 zoom. Do you see what I'm saying to you, everybody? Yes? But if you look at it, they're all programmed. There we go, before I even say it, they're all programmed. So they've got to the stage in their lives where, there we go, before I even say it, where they do not live in reality. There we go, see? Where they do not live in reality either. Do you see what I'm saying to you? And when we really look at everything and we break it all down with the politicians and with the other, see, it's gone brighter, thank you, my dear spirit, yes. Well, they're in fear themselves. See, can you see what I'm saying to you? So not only are they putting, are they putting, you know, half of the world in fear, but they're in fear themselves. Do you see what I'm saying to you, everybody? So, I mean, I still believe, which I do, we shall find a way, we will. We shall find a way out of this now. Of course, along the way, very, very, very sadly, and God bless anybody and may they all rest in peace. Do you understand what I mean? But, you know, we just must face, and this is the truth, there we go, before I even say it, we must just face, well, I have, you know, long time, do you see what I mean? And for others out there who are like-minded, the same as myself, yes, that for others they must face, we're in a war. But it's not the war that everybody is sparing. Well, for the ones who do not know, God bless the delicious little babies that they are out there, right? It's not the war that everybody's thinking. Not everybody, by the way, sorry. Do you see what I'm saying to you? So this is where, you know, we do have to, yes. So this is where, you know, everybody must work together now, yes? Do you see what I mean? We cannot afford to be apart here, no. No, we cannot. Because this is most, there we go, most serious indeed. Do you see what I mean? Now, another thing is as well, I mean, it's like you have to look at, I mean, I mentioned this man before, I have, on one of my previous videos, okay? You know, the old, there we go, before I even say his name, Elon Musk. I've mentioned him before. And anyway, I did an awful lot of research on him quite a long time ago. Yes, I did. Do you see what I mean? And I've seen how he operated. Big time. Do you see what I'm saying, everybody? So you see, I mean, let's look at it. Was it the first time he was going to buy Twitter and then he pulled out? Then he went back in again. Do you see what I'm saying to you, everybody? Yes, but he's making out that he's, you know, for man and woman out there, when really, well, he's not, is he? Do you see what I mean? All he was doing is just getting the old feelers out there. Because, of course, you know, he works for the ones, there we go, it's gone brighter, that need a lot of healing, and in reality, so does he need a lot of healing. Yes. Do you see what I'm saying to you, everybody? So when we look at it, it very much seems to me, before I even say it now, everybody, that we have a lot of other damaged souls out there, don't we? With the ones who are running the world. And anybody who appears to be their lackeys, they're all damaged. Do you see what I mean? So when they're like that, what do? Do you see what I mean? They come out, you know, guns blazing, boom, 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 boom. Do you see what I'm saying to you? That's what they do. Because, you know, when that part of somebody is, before I even say it, is really, really cold, you know, when they're cold, do you see what I'm saying to you? It's, you know, it can be a very, before I even say it, it can be a very dangerous thing. And this is sadly what we're experiencing now. Do you see what I'm saying to everybody? So we all just need to join together. We need to, with all of our videos. I mean, I know that I've only recently started. I mean, I started on the 19th of December 2021 on YouTube, okay? Do you see what I mean? So I know that I'm rather new to it all, yes, but I'm not new to research, whether it's reading or videos or whatever, or other platforms. I'm not new to that at all, everybody. And I always post out, send out, pass on, which I do. Do you know what I mean? As much information as I can. If somebody chooses not to look at it, well, there is nothing I can do. I cannot force or make anybody do anything. But for those of us out there who are trying our hardest, and believe you me, we flipping have, right? Until we're flipping blue in the face. Well, do you see what I mean? We've just got to keep going now. There we are. Because there's no way back. Do you see what I mean? Well, there's no way back to, you know, what I suppose what was. But I mean, even when we look at that, you know, and you look at it over the years, you know what I mean? And my dear spirit guides, there we go, give me information. Do you see what I'm saying to you? You know, just so that your mind is more aware, more open. Do you see what I mean? And of course, more and more and more. I mean, I know it's really difficult to meditate for some, because it is. I've come across many where it's so difficult to meditate. Do you see what I mean? But once you master it, it takes a little while, there we go. But once you master it, it's flipping banging, you know. Do you know what I mean? And your third eye and everything, which of course I know all about the penal gland. I know all about the, you know, I'm not saying I'm a know-it-all. No, I'm not. It's just that because I do a lot of research with things, this is how I know these things. Do you see what I'm saying to everybody? Yes. But if more was to do, do you know what I mean? If more was to do meditation and things like that, do you know what I mean? And just quieten their mind, because our minds are just so full of clutter, 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 clutter. Do you see that it needs decluttering? Do you see what I mean? Because there's so much that's going on that for a lot now, God bless their beautiful dear souls, they're not sure whether they're in the park of the pictures. It is really just sad to see, but we just got to keep smiling, keep giving out information, because that's all that we can do. And this is what I do on my videos, okay? Yes, I do readings, yes, I do. And yes, I've mixed all this up, you know, so it's ended, and I was going to, I said before and I say it again, I was going to open up another YouTube channel, but at this point in time, I'm not doing it. And there's a reason why at the moment, okay, why I'm not doing it. It's not that I could not get it done, because I could, yes. It is because I'm just saying to myself, okay, right now, you know, there are other delicious little babies out there who are so very kind to follow me, you know, like I say. And, you know, so I need to do it this way. And I mean, for some reason, I've lost my Rumble. I mean, I can still go onto the account. There's something strange. Oh, I don't know how it all flipping works. No, I do not. But what's happened is that I cannot flipping reinstall it, can I? So that poses a flipping problem to me. Do you see what I mean? But it doesn't matter anyway. One way or another, it'll get sorted out. It's not the end of the world. No, it is not, okay? So I've still got my lovely YouTube, okay? Even though, you know, I say lovely YouTube because of all of yourselves, my delicious little babies. That's why it's lovely, do you know? And it's also lovely, you know, to look at other videos and get other information and everything. The same as BitChute, you know, Telegram, what is it? There's others, aren't there? Locals, Odyssey, and apparently there is a new one, yes, Rockfin, you know, and brand new Tube, and, you know, other places like that. Do you see what I mean? Where you can get information. But all I try to do is just send out videos. So I'm not here to bore everybody. It's just I send videos out to give information, hoping that some of my delicious little babies out there who are not aware will go and take a look. there we are. That's all I can hope and pray for. Do you see what I mean? But yes, I mean, we have got more there we are, for even say, more trying times coming. Yes, we have. And there's going to be a lot more turbulence, yes. I mean, I've known long time, you know, the wanting everybody to flip in, there we are, for even say it, you know, to eat flipping plastic food and everything else. Well, I mean, to me, are they flipping having a laugh? Do you know what I mean? Because it must be. Because I'm telling you now, I am not eating no flipping plastic food. You can forget that one. Do you know what I mean? Just like I'm not going to be eating, insects. No, I am not. Do you know what I mean? So, I mean, it's really serious, but I just feel that they need to try and look at, and I don't know what you're all thinking to yourselves. You're all thinking, oh gosh, what's she going on about now? Do you see what I mean? But they need to try and take a look at what they are doing, how they are feeling, and sadly, the impact that it is having on others, yes. Do you see? And if they was really to sit down in a room with a healer, then they would see for themselves that, you know, they can get better. So, they can. Do you see what I mean? But, you know, like I say, I mean, we're going to be, there we are, for even say to everybody, we're going to be seeing a lot more yet. Yes, we are. Do you see what I mean? But like I said on the previous video, our eyes, well, it's all in our bow trays, you know, for everybody to see. Here we are. Do you see what I mean? But what the frightening part is, you know, with a lot of our delicious little babies out there who are not aware of a lot of these things, it's frightening to them. So what I'm saying is that, I mean, it's only a suggestion. I cannot make anybody do anything really, but I feel that we need to, there we are, for even sake, we need to have more patience with them. Do you understand what I mean? I mean, I've had to practice patience. I mean, mind you, I'm not saying that I'm flipping not a patient woman, because I am patient, actually. I really, really am, you know. Do you know what I mean? I'm very patient when I need to be. Do you know what I mean? But I just feel for others, maybe they get a little bit frustrated. There we are. For even say it, a little bit frustrated with others, you know what I mean? Because if you're on one level and somebody else is not quite on the same level, you know, up here, not meaning that disrespectfully, about research and information, then of course it's going to be frustrating because you're teaching, aren't you? And everybody, there we are, and everybody learns at different rates. See, it's gone so much brighter. Thank you, dear spirit. Thank you. So that's all I'm saying, really, everybody. So that was the video, really. Now, it's just something I just felt, there we are. I just felt the need just to put out, you know. So I'm all cold here, you know, and yet my room's warm. Do you see what I'm saying to you? This is just something that's just making me do this. Do you know what I mean? So we just got to continue to laugh when we can, not about the situation, what's going on in the world, but just, you know, just find a way just to laugh. Do you see what I mean? Just to have a laugh and a joke and, you know, there we are. And just to do things like that. Do you understand what I mean? I'm not saying every single time, you know, because nobody can laugh every single day of the week, 24/7. Do you understand what I mean? But just try and find the funny side in things, not what's going on in the world, by the way. I'm talking about other things, you know, before all of this this flipping silliness came about. Do you see what I mean? Because that's what it is. It's flipping silliness. And it is crackers, and it is bonkers, and it is crazy. Do you see what I mean? But we shall keep going. Like I said before, and I say it again, just like all Duracell. Okay, so that's the video, my delicious little baby. So whatever videos I do, I always do it just to leave food for thought. That's all. There we go. That's all I do. Do you see what I mean? And I suppose, in a way, we're not supposed really. We have to sympathise with others, don't we? You know, do we not? Yes, we do. And that's that really. It's just looking at things in a different light. You see, there we go. Okay, so that's the video, my delicious little babies. Thank you so very much for listening. You know, I'm sorry if some of you will find me boring. I apologise about that. Do you understand what I mean? But I cannot apologise for the video that I put out today. We need to try our best to create peace. There we go, before I even say it. Peace, love and harmony in the world. Do you see what I mean? And for those who are fearful, to try and ease them in gently. Do you understand what I'm saying? There we go. Okay, because that's all we can do, you know. And if some my delicious little babies out there, if you are trying to explain to others and you know they're not quite listening at this time, please and thank you, please try and be patient with them. I'm not saying it to all you my delicious little babies, or even if you know somebody who keeps trying to explain to others and you know they're getting frustrated themselves because somebody else isn't listening. Well, patience, I'm feeling, is the key here. This is the only way in. Do you know what I mean? It's the only way in and it's going to be our only way out. Do you see what I mean? There we go. Okay, so on that note, thank you so very much for listening, even if you take the time to listen. Okay, and much love, God bless. I hope you have a beautiful morning, afternoon or evening, wherever you are in the world. Okay, please just keep smiling and feel the love, and thank you. Until my next video, much love, God bless, take care, thank you, bye bye.